a wild ride.
And what made you switch gears from social work into real estate, but an appraisal and real estate agent? What kind of was that thought process like?
Yeah, well, really, I mean, it's a shame that some of the most noble careers in our society as teachers and social workers, I think I was making $28,000 a year.
Yeah.
So he knew that I was in that position coming out of a marriage that was not going to sustain the lifestyle that I had become accustomed to.
Yeah.
And I'm just so very grateful. And I'm going to give a shout out to Wayne Brown right here and now because he really changed the trajectory of my life.
Yeah. It's funny because I think, as I get to interview and know agents and top agents, that mentor plays a huge role in a lot of the stories that I hear, right? Is
Yes.
actually having that one person, and it's me. I tell people all the time, if it wasn't for, I'm still with my team lead. The person I only interviewed with one person when I got licensed, and I've been with him since day one. And I tell people, if that was just luck of how I met with him. And if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be in this business, and I wouldn't be where I'm at right now, being able to help other agents succeed in this business. Um, and I see that's a constant
Yeah.
in a lot of stories is, the people that kind of take it and go to their next level and keep leveling up, they always have a mentor or someone that's there helping them.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. And I have a few, and by the grace of God, we cross paths. And yeah, it now is our responsibility to pay that forward because
Hmm.
I definitely see the value of that. We should all be so lucky and open,
Yeah.
open to having those relationships that because if, I don't care who you are, wherever you are, you raise your hand. If you're in the right circle, there's somebody in that circle that's going to reach out and give you a hand up, not a hand
Hmm.
out. It's tough love, right? Not an
Yep.
enabler, but somebody
Yep.
that is going to level you up. And then, of course, there's another layer of uncomfortableness, right?
Yeah.
That's just been part of my journey and getting around people to better and better ourselves. And I just love rippling that on out to the people that are coming in after me. It's just such a beautiful dynamic and something intrinsic in the EXP model that not one of us could have identified when we were studying the obviously the beneficial financial offering of
Right.
EXP. You can't see those intrinsics in between, and that's
Yeah.
one of the things that I've grown to love so much, the best about EXP.
Yeah, and I think with that, we're both at EXP, and I think that's one of the things you said. The financial side, that was always the opportunity, right? But I think what a lot of people get caught up on or don't really think about is this only works if we are mentoring and coaching other people that we bring into our world,
The
right?
old model where we are incentivized to make the person that comes in after us better than we are.
Yeah, yeah.
And that there's power in that. There's a lot
And
of power in that.
yep, and I always talk about as a real estate agent, I believe that everyone should have a coach. I believe that everyone should be a peer to someone else that's on their same level, right? That you guys are going through the same ups and downs, and just someone to you know pump you up during the highs and pull you through the lows. And then I always believe that you can always coach someone no matter where you're at in your career, even if you just started yesterday.
Yep.
Well, guess what? Now you're day two into real estate. There's always someone that wants to get to where you're currently at, and you can coach them to that spot. I don't
Yep.
think you have to be, you don't have to be a quote unquote coach to coach someone. I think it's, hey, you want to get to where I'm at. I'm doing 10 deals right now. I'll show you how I did that. Right. Hey, I'm doing 35 deals right now. I'll show you how I did that. And I think those three things are super important for an agent to really maximize their business. So I want to kind of go back a little bit. 2001, 2002, you're doing appraisals. Are you also selling real estate at the same time, or did you just kind of, what was your, were you doing both 50-50, or what was your main place?
Yeah, good question. I started full time with real estate appraisal. As you know, when I learn anything, I jump in. feet first. And so I was doing solely appraisals, but I knew the importance and I knew that I wanted to get my sales license. So I got my sales license early in 2002 and I didn't really do anything with it. I built an incredibly successful appraisal firm. I brought four other apprentice appraisers in under me and help them build out their businesses. And that is a model that basically you're required to spend 2 years under an apprentice and then you go out and you be their competition,
Yeah.
unlike what we just described. So
Yeah.
I did that from 2002 to 2006 and 7. And we know what happened around 2006 and 7.
Yeah.
And being so close to the transaction, I saw that trend happening very early. And I then started to put my sales license into play, which you can imagine what that looked like. At that time, smart money did nothing.
Yeah.
And the story gets really interesting at this time because I connected with a new franchise that was coming to Tampa. Opened, beautiful office, opened on Hyde Park Circle, and they touted an international chain of property shops, and that how they were connected. And there was a lot of money moving around the globe, and I was working with them for 6 to 8 months and I got trained up and I was doing a few sales, and short sales were becoming prevalent at that time. And I was a single mother, 100% financially responsible for my son. And he came into the world November 1st, 2005. And so this shakeup in 2006, 2007 made me really, really nervous. And
Yeah.
it's amazing what the motivation. So I got on the horn, called the international chain of property shops, and I learned that the top five most productive shops were all located in, of all places, Dubai. So I got on the phone with the owners of those shops, and I sent them my resume of what I had quickly accomplished, and they brought me aboard. Fortunately, they offered me a salary. They put me up in a penthouse at the Jumeirah Beach residence across the street from the Palm Jumeirah. I had a view of that. Yeah, you probably had seen pictures of it.
Probably if I see the pictures, I would know, but
Yeah, so I took my 2-year-old son and he and I went over to the UAE to sell real estate in Dubai, which was a 2-year plan. But had I not done that, John, I would have lost our townhouse at that point to foreclosure because we were all scrambling.